those on the live streams, but we do in this office. Yeah. And again, you've got one-on-ones you can set up with me, with Renee. We are happy to make sure that you know how to use this program. It is awesome, but there's a little bit of a learning curve. But once you get over that learning curve, you're like, this is so easy. Anybody a top producer user ever?
I was.
Oh my gosh, didn't that just take the longest time to learn?
Yeah, it's really, really
brutal, yes. So like I keep comparing Command to Top Producer, and I'm like, you guys should not be complaining. This is great compared to that was. Yes, right, but there's definitely some stuff to learn. There's definitely a few quirks. We're doing over 100 updates a day, every day to Command. So every now and then, if you happen to be doing the one thing that they're updating, you're going to get booted out. And then you just log back in and you're fine, because the updates take 3 to 5 seconds. They are very short updates. The big major updates that they do those between like 3 and 5 a.m. So if you're an insomniac and working in the middle of the night, yes, you might lose access for a few hours. But during the day, if you get booted out, just log right back in. They were just doing a hotfix update.
That's a quick question.
Yeah.
You had mentioned, you suggested using Google Voice, right?
Yeah.
I experienced something with regard to my Google Ads where I could not use Google Ads as associated with my KW Gmail account. You have to set up Google Ads with your own personal account because that's what's associated with the credit card number and so forth and so on. So that's
and you were doing that inside of Command.
Yeah.
So you went up to, so what Darren is talking about is Command connects directly with Google. So you go into settings, and then you connect it to your Google AdWords, and it automatically connects to your @kw.com email address.
But it has to be a Google AdWords associated with an account with not your Keller Williams Google.
Okay,
Gmail
you and I might take a look at that
Sure.
together then, because you're the first person I've heard say that.
I had to associate it with a different Gmail account. It works fine, but it's all
You're-
kind of behind the scenes.
Again, you're the first person telling me that, so I might look into that and just
Sure.
see if maybe there's been a fix or if there was
Or I'm
something
missing
weird
something.
or-
Or I'm missing
yeah,
something.
we'll figure that one out.
With regard to the Google Voices, just ask, because I did kind of go through the process under my KWG Google,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't allow me to add a Google Voice number to that account.
Okay, so I've done it, so I know it's possible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mine is with my KW.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we talk about you.
For sure, yeah, you and I have that. Sorry, so opportunities. So Command opportunities, that's where we do all of our paperwork uploading. That's where we review all of your paperwork. The other cool thing on your end is that you're going to, it's required by the state of California, but it also helps you. Every time that you're working with a buyer or a seller, even before you're in escrow, it's going to start tracking your conversion rates for you. So it's going to say, okay, Kelly, for every 12 buyers that you add in and say that they tell you they're thinking about buying a house, you're going to close one of them a year. Whereas Patricia, for every 40 that she brings in, she closes one a year. Well, now we can start saying, okay, what are you doing that Patricia's not doing? How can we help you? Oh, you took a class on how to work with buyers. Fantastic. Patricia, take this class. And the good thing is all of that's happening in the back end. So it's not saying, oh, Kelly did this. It's saying, we now have data on thousands of agents, and we know that they were able to increase their conversion rate by 24% by attending this class. This class is in your market center next Thursday. Would you like to sign up for it? And you're like, yes. Yes, I would. That sounds great. I would love to make more money doing less work. And so the more that we all use Command, the smarter it gets. Right. Oh, and I just want you to get your phones. Has anybody in here not downloaded your Kelly app yet?
Just out of curiosity, what kind of phone do you use?
Me?
Yeah.
That's a brand new iPhone 11 Pro, baby. 3 cameras on it.
How does the Kelly app display
I'm going to show you in just a second, actually.
on your phone?
Yep, you're about to see it in just a second.
Do you get new phones every time they come out with new ones, Kelly?
No, I went from the 8 to the 11 Pro. Yeah, so no, I didn't get the 9, I didn't get the 10. And I actually got my 8 for free, basically. Because when I had the 7, so I don't own a home, I rent, renter's insurance.
Right.
And for like $1 a month, I was able to put on a technology writer that covers up to $5,000 a year in technology that's lost, stolen, broken, damaged. And my phone was in my girl jean pocket, which is just me getting out of pet peeve right now.
Right.
We have the smallest pockets.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's no way that this giant phone, and my old one was huge, was fitting in my back pocket, but of put it in my back pocket anyway. I'm in an Uber in Vegas. It falls out of my pocket. I don't realize it. Yeah. The next day, my insurance company had already got me my new phone, no cost to me. Yeah. I was like, that was the easiest.
How much you pay for insurance?
Just $1.
No, $1 extra for the rider for the technology.
Okay,
Right.
because I paid through my AT&T for like 10,000 months.
Cool.
Is that okay?
If it's okay with you,
It's okay with me.
I'm okay with whatever.
How about you guys?
What are you okay with the new one? Yeah.
But like, it's a good.
My point was, I didn't even have to buy the 8, so the last one that I bought was the 7, so I haven't been paying phone for it anyway. So no, I love my 11, but this is what it looks like on screen. So if you have not yet downloaded your Kelly app, and that's the word Keller without the R, so Kelly, go ahead and do that now, please. This is Command on your phone. Now, it doesn't do everything that Command does. It is a mobile version, and we have anthropomorphized it, and it is a her. Kelly is a she.
I don't have KW.
So you're looking for Kelly. You're looking for the Kelly app.
No, but I mean on the App Store.
Right, so if you haven't downloaded Kelly, I want you to download it now. Have you already downloaded Kelly?
No.
Okay, so go into the your
App Store.
App Store
Oh.
and type in Kellee,
Oh.
Kelly.
When's the site?
Oh, what kind of phone do you have? I think we have a charging cable in the tech area if you want to try to charge it.
Does Dave Kelly work?
Not on my phone, I turn it off. Because in my life, a lot of people think they're Kelly. You might want to turn that on.
I actually turned it on, but maybe you can help me get it set up or what.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah.
Because it was working really, really well when I turned it on.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I haven't had it recently, just
Uh-huh.
because that was terrible.
I mean, theoretically, right now, I should still say, hey Kelly, right?
I think so. Anyway, if you open up Kelly, here we go. So again, she is your Command mobile, right? On the home page, you can do a lot of stuff on here. And we will, again, in Appy Hour, we do a lot of this. We spend about an hour just using Kelly inside of our Appy Hour class. So if you're able to make that, definitely come. If not, watch the recordings. We do record all of our classes, and we put them on YouTube, onto our YouTube channel. This is the Keller Room San Jose Gateway channel. So you can always watch recordings. The exception to that are the legal classes. We have to make those private because we're not allowed, the whole world can't see those. Those are our attorneys' requests of, this is their advice to our agents, and they don't want to get in trouble if somebody follows their legal advice who's not in our office. So if you ever miss one of Mike's legal classes or one of our attorneys' legal classes, you can request access to it because it's on our YouTube channel. It's just private; you can't see it. Yeah, but everything else is on there and it's public. So if you ever miss a class, including Appy Hour, just take a look at the recording and kind of follow along at home. And I like videos because I can pause them and be like, I'm sorry, what did they just say? Let me listen to that again. Yeah.
Can you pick it up?
Okay, so if you can't install the app, we'll do it later together then. But I just wanted to show you, right, this is your Kelly app. This is how you can access Command from your phone. Down at the bottom where it says Command, right here, if you click on that, you're going to see some of the outlets. So again, Opportunities is not one of them. You cannot upload docs to Opportunities from your phone right now. You do that from a desktop. However, you do have access to what's called a Kelly Snap, which is kind of cool. I'm going to show you really quickly how somebody says, you wear your name badge, you're in line at Starbucks, somebody probably kind of looks around, they're like, oh, you're in real estate. What's the next thing that they ask?
What areas?
How's the market? How's the houses doing? Well, before it was always like, well, it's good. Yeah, good, it's real good. Now we can actually say, well, it depends, where are you looking, right? And so within just a few seconds of doing what I'm doing, I'm going to be able to pull up, here we are, Great Oaks. This is what the market is doing in our area. All of a sudden, I look like I really know what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, I didn't see what you put.
It's okay, I said that we're going to do this in the Appy Hour as well, but I just clicked on Command and Maps.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can now also text this to them while we're talking. And guess what? When you text somebody, what does that mean that you got from them? Their cell phone number. I love it. So Kelly snaps are really cool. Yeah. And again, we just, in the happy hour, we do this. We post it to social media. We create a social media campaign around this. We also create a video that you've made about your app, and people, it's all good stuff.
That's on the calendar, not that happy hour.
It is, yes. I think it's next Thursday. Actually, hang on, I've got my calendar here. You guys are getting a sneak peek into my life. This is Thursday. There we go, yeah. Next Thursday the 24th, 3:30 to 5 o'clock, I'm teaching happy hour. Love it. Yeah. Oh, and this is how I live my life, is by my calendar.
Of course.
If you do not have a calendar or do not use a calendar because you think you can keep it all in your head,
I see.
I am very jealous of you, and you probably can't. Like, so definitely use a calendar, and I like the Gmail calendar that's with your Keller Williams email address is just really easy. And it looks like this on your phone. All right, this is going on in my life today. Cool. Yeah, there's my latest in labs. Love that class. Anyway, so that's Kelly. Want to make sure you guys all have access to that. The other super cool thing inside of Kelly is on the home page, if you're like, oh no, you need to call Mike Sevilla, our broker, right? Remember how at the beginning of class we were doing our profiles and I said make sure that you are putting in the numbers that you want the world to know? Because I can come in here and I can say, find Kelly Edwards. You did this an hour ago, right? Oops, not Jelly. Mine's the same one. Kelly Edwards. There we go. Kelly Edwards, the same as the gateway. Is that your phone number? I can now call you. I can now text you. I can now follow you on KW Connect. I can invite you to my referral network. You can do this with everybody in the company. You can do this with me. You can do this with Mike. You can do this with other agents. So you will never need to come to me saying, I'm doing an open house for an agent and I can't find their phone number. What is it? Everybody in the entire company is on here. Now, one of my personal favorites, find Gary Keller. The man is smart, right? Guess what? That's not his cell phone number. That is the Keller Williams International office line. Right. So if you ever need tech support, you can call that number. That is Keller Williams Tech Support. No, yes, that's the office Gary works at. And if I try to text him, it goes to Kelly Gibbs, who's like one of his assistants. Yeah, so it's smart. It's great. But again, I was like, I want to text Gary Keller. Yeah, no, he thought that one through. Yeah, he got there before I did. However, there are people like, and this is one of the things that I love about Keller Williams, we are super open. Neil, he is the Chief Technology Officer. His job is to oversee technology. Is that a big job right now in Keller Williams? It's a huge job. Guess what? That actually is his cell phone. Just changed it. Okay, he was teaching a class. He was teaching a class 2 Fridays ago, and on the class he went live with his cell phone. And I put a message again in the private chat group saying, hey, Kelly says that Neil's cell phone number is this if anybody wants to call him right now. And he was like, oh, that's very funny. Very funny. And apparently he changed it. Because I was like, cool, I'm going to call Neil. This is great. Anyway.
You're like, I just want to change something.
What do I usually do? He said, okay. Anyway, so that's hilarious. Yep, that also just Kelly Gibbs. All right. Boo. If he's on today's call, I'm teasing him about that. I'm like, so, looks like you updated your Kelly app, right? Anyway, so that is Kelly. Oh, and that's what it looks like on my phone. Did that answer your question, Darren?
You go over to, the login page, it's fine. Yeah, it might look like that too.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so, any questions for me on anything that we've covered today? Because if not, I've got one more thing in business basics that I want to talk to you about. That's right, you guys are salespeople, yes? Yes. You're a salesperson. You are also a business owner, yes?
Yep.
Are you your own marketing department?
Yep.
Yes. Are you your own administration department?
Yep.
Compliance, HR, all of that, right?
Yep.
Because you are a small business owner. So congratulations and welcome. However, the real estate industry as a whole, I feel, has done a massive disservice to agents for generations because they've only treated you like salespeople. Gary Glenn Ross, solid gold leads, sell, coffee is for closers. That's what we've done. Keller Williams about 10 years ago said this is not fair, this is not okay. You are a business owner, we are going to teach you to be a business owner. So I in this office teach Agent Financial once a quarter. That is a class that is exclusively about running your business as a business owner. One of the quick things I want to show you right now is money, right? I'm just curious, did anybody get into real estate because you wanted to not make money? Right, you want to make money, right? You want to have a really awesome life. You want to have a good lifestyle. You want to provide for yourself, for your family members, for the future, for charities, whatever it is. You do want to make money, right? Okay. The problem is that there is you, the human being, right? You are an individual person, but there's also your business. And too often, we think that these are the same thing, and they are absolutely not. So what I want to walk you through in just a couple of minutes is every single time that you get a paycheck, where should that money go? Right? Well, there's a little bit of both, because it goes into a couple different places. So the first step is if you haven't already set up your business checking account, and possibly even a business savings account, please do so today. There are companies out there who do this for no cost. If your bank is not one of them, tell them that, so I'm a Bank of America customer. For laziness, no other reason than that. No, I mean, I've been with them since 1984, I think, was my first bank account with them. It's laziness at this point. I don't want to have to switch things over. It's not fun. So this year I got another account, and I've been slowly switching things over with a company called Stash. There are also credit unions out there that are amazing ways to run a business. Because guess what? Not only do you not have monthly fees, you sometimes get money back at the end of the year, because it's basically like being in a profit share of a bank, right? So if you don't love what your bank is currently doing for you, you have options. You have a lot of options. Sorry, I've been losing weight and my jeans are getting good, which is great. I'm glad I'm losing weight because my winter coat needs to fit every week. So, but I like pulling my pants. Okay. So there's you, your business. You are two different things. There are your personal bank accounts, great. Then there's your business bank account. These are separate. You do not want to have an IRS or a California Franchise Tax Board audit, and they say, show me your business bank statements, and you give them your personal, and they're like, no, I asked for business, and you're like, well, it's the same thing. They're going to be like, really? You're now possibly doing some weird things. That's a red flag for them. Okay. So the first place, when you receive a commission check, and we're going to just say, let's say $25,000, because that's 2.5% on $1 million deal, and we're assuming that you've already capped, so you surely got $25,000. Any guesses the first place that money needs to go?
Away for taxes.
Bingo! That is a tax account. That's not your money, right? That belongs to California, and that belongs to the IRS. You do not mess with the IRS. They feel very strongly about their money, right? And yes, we now have quarterly taxes as small business owners. We have to file taxes 4 times a year, right? So, how much? Any guesses?
33%.
You are silly, you've been in here before. 30% tends to be a good rule of thumb. However, if you have reason to believe, or your CPA or accountant has told you more, do what they are telling you. They know more about your business than I do. You could be running a really, really tight ship with very few business expenses, in which case, yeah, you might be putting a little bit more. But 30% tends to do it for people. So 30% of your very first, every paycheck, not just your first, every paycheck, 30% should go into a separate tax account. Do not assume that you'll just remember that 30% of that money in your checking account is for taxes, because you won't. Like, I promise you won't. Yeah, I made that mistake one year. I'm telling you from my personal experiences, do not make my mistake. I went to file my taxes at the end of the year, and I was like, I now have to take money out of my personal savings to cover my business taxes, because I forgot earlier in the year that some of that money was earmarked in my brain as tax money. Don't do that. Okay. Second place money goes. Is it to you or your business, you think? 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
You think it's you? You think it's the human being gets the money?
I think the business, I think me is last.
Unfortunately, you're right. Yeah. And then, because guess what? You could get hit by a bus or abducted by aliens tomorrow. Does your business still need to function? Does it still need to generate leads? Yeah. So this is now your operating costs. Your operating costs is about 1.5 months of inventory. Keller Williams is an open books company. If you ever want to see, because we follow this model too, if you ever want to see how we run our books, come and see me, or come and join the financial planning committee. We meet once a month, and we open up our books to anybody at the office, and we say, here's how we run our business based on the Keller Williams Millionaire Real Estate Agent model. Here's how you can run your business the exact same way. Right? We are just like you. We are a small business. We are just doing about 500 times more business than you are in a year. Because we're doing yours and yours and yours and yours, right? So that's fine. It's the exact same process though. The next place money goes is still not you, unfortunately. I know. This is now your business depository. This is where your personal, your personal comfort level is going to come into play. Anywhere from 3 to 12 months supply of inventory goes in here. I tend to be a bit more conservative for my business. I like 6 months in there. 6, 7 months is where I feel comfortable. If I made no money for 6 to 7 months, I'm still okay because I've got a business savings account basically, right? This office, we actually have about 4 months because Mike and Andre are owners of this office. That's their comfort level. They know that they have personal reserves that they can fill up if there's the biggest earthquake ever tomorrow and nobody buys homes in California for 4 months and we spend all of our money on keeping the office doors open, they know that they have personal reserves that can fill that. So that is their comfort level. My comfort level, I don't want to dip into my personal reserves to keep my business going. So I make sure that my business has more than 3 months. But 12 months, I feel like I can do something better with that money. And I feel like if something happens, I can shift quickly enough, I can pivot enough, that it's not going to take me 12 months to catch up. You know you, and only you can answer this question of how much. Now guess who gets money? So the fourth place that goes to money is your personal operating. Some people also call this their budget. How much does it take for you to live each month? And this is both your fixed and your variable expenses. I love this stuff. I made some really, really stupid financial choices in my early 20s to the point of I was like, that's never happening again, and I made myself a student of finances. I started learning everything I could, reading every book. They didn't have podcasts back then, so it was really just books and TV shows. I love talking about this. If you ever have questions about personal or business budgeting, let me know. I will give you more than you want, probably. But your personal operating budget. So again, that's about 1.5 months, right? You want to make sure that you've got money set aside that's going to pay your rent or your mortgage for the next month. You have car payments. Oh, you like to eat. Well, let's make sure we've got money there for food, right? Do you also possibly have, I do, every month I have money that goes into my personal, fund money that's vacations. Because that way when I go to Paris, I'm not spending $5,000 because guess what? I've been paying for that for a whole year. I've been putting money into my vacation fund every month. That's part of my personal operating. The next one is now my personal savings. This is also about 3 to 12 months, right? This is you actually do get $5 tomorrow, and you can't make any money, and you don't have anything coming in. Are you going to be homeless next month? Or do you have savings that you can fall back on? So these are savings to be spent. These are not savings that are like your IRA or your 401k that are going to have a penalty-free access. I do know some people, Mo Anderson, Gary Keller, people who have a lot of money, who have wealth. I love this. What they do with this is they put money in CDs, and they buy them on a revolving basis. So they put money into a CD now, and then 3 months money into this CD, and then money into this CD. So no matter when they need money, if they ever do, there is a certificate of deposit that's going to be available for them to take out with no penalties. That's the me. I'm like, oh, that's a level beyond what I've done. That's where I want to be in a few years. I love that. I think that's awesome. Okay, guess what? Now we put money back to the business. We haven't gotten ours yet, right? And this is planned spending. This typically comes into play after you have incorporated your business. This is the first year that I've ever recommended to every agent to talk to your accountant, CPA, or a qualified California tax attorney about incorporating. Because of the new tax plan that came into place this year, there could be significant savings for pass-through corporations, so LLCs and S-Corps. Significant. I'm talking tens of thousands of dollars potentially. Talk to somebody who knows what they're doing, so a specialist, not your cousin, unless your cousin is a specialist. I'm not a specialist, don't talk to me, and somebody who can know your business, that you're comfortable that there's a confidentiality agreement in place. So talk to a specialist about possibly incorporating, and in that case, that's when you want to have probably these planned spendings, because guess what? You're not buying a car anymore, your corporation is, right? Your corporation is hiring a janitorial service. You don't have a house cleaner at your house, you have a janitor. So your corporation does a lot more spending, and sometimes a lot more big ticket items like those cars, like those $20,000 printers, maybe someday a helicopter, right? Whatever your business wants for the future, that's more of those big ticket items, and that usually goes to the planned spending. Okay. And then the last one that I would say is also your personal, and it is your planned savings. So not typical on that one. This takes a few different flavors, this planned spending and personal, and there can be arguments made for other side, and again, what works for you is what's right. My personal plan savings is part of my operating account. I make sure that I max out I have 2 Roth IRAs that combined get maxed out every year. So that's $500 a month that's going into those, and that's part of my operating account. That to me is a non-negotiable. I am funding my retirement. I love working, but I'm not working when I'm 90. I'm retiring and traveling. So I made that a non-negotiable. That is a fixed expense in my life. So that is part of that. My vacation, to me, that's a non-negotiable, right? I take vacations. I have a season pass to Disneyland for me and my nephew. That's a planned expense in my head. However, other people are like, no, this is the basics get filled first, and then the fun stuff is left over. So there can be an argument for either having it be the last thing that gets paid, or you can have it be part of your personal operating expense. There is no wrong way, just as long as you are planning for your future, right? How you do it is up to you. But make sure that you are planning for your future. So questions for me?
Yeah, the number 6, the planned spending.
Yes.
So marketing would fall into that.
Oh, I would probably put your marketing expenses under operating. Planned spending, again, those are usually the bigger ticket items. So your marketing expenses should be part of your business budget. If you don't have a business budget, come and see me. Just set one up. And guess what? The MREA tells us how to do that. Millionaire Real Estate Agent Book, it says, here is all the line items that you may need in your business. Do you pay for this, 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 this? It puts it in order. It's great. It does all of that for us.
And you have a file or doc that actually...
I do, and it's also on KW Connect. Right? Because KW Connect is your educational resource. We don't just teach you to be a salesperson, we teach you to be a business owner. Yes, it's an Excel file. It's not fancy. If you want to use accounting software, come and see me, and we can actually get that set up the right way at the beginning. Which depends on your business. Some agents are fine with the Excel spreadsheet. They're like, no, I spend money on my cell phone, my car, and $200 a month for marketing. Oh, right, then there's your membership. Oh, right, actually your health insurance is also 100% tax deductible. And I do buy some Kellogg's t-shirts every now and then. Okay, so those are, oh, and then right, I do have those bridge tolls. And I also have, it starts to add up, and so it's nice when you can see somebody, Gary Keller and Jay Papasan said, here are all of the line expense items. And the really cool thing is that it mirrors exactly with what our office uses for our expenses. So that means that I can really help you because I'm in that stuff every day. You say, hey, where should I put this? Oh, that's under gifts and contributions. Where should I put that? Sadly, that's not a business expense. Like, did anybody buy new clothes when you became a real estate agent?
What about the announcement?
Oh my gosh, I love that, because you feel like that's a professional parent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard no.
Okay.
Yeah. Still spend the money, if that's something important to you,
Right.
not a business expense. What about the money that you pay to pass your real estate classes? And you paid money to get your license, right? Not tax deductible.
How about the golf balls that had Keller Williams logo?
Absolutely, that is not permanently affixed logo, and that is considered marketing.
Yeah.
Yes, my friend, that is. If you buy clothing that has a KW on it, that is considered marketing, not apparel, tax deductible.
Which I just did.
Good job. Make sure you save those receipts. If you can't prove it, it's not an expense.
So, to everything in perspective, you have different book for every piece.
Yeah.
But in bank, you have only two accounts, maybe business
I
account.
have multiple banks and multiple accounts in multiple banks.
Okay.
Right. So I've got like I said, I have 2 Roth IRAs. One of them is with the company that also holds my life insurance policy. I've been with them my parents actually bought that life insurance policy when I was born. So I've technically been with that company for 40 years. I have my disability insurance through them. I have a few things. And that account, that gets $450 a month. And that is a very moderate, it's not aggressive, it's not super conservative, but it's very moderate pace of it's investment on my behalf. And I let my specialist, my financial planner, he's in charge of that. I trust him to do what he's doing. And it's been great. It's seen 5% returns even during the downturn recession. So I'm very happy with him. And then I put another, just $50 a month into a Roth IRA that for me is totally fun. And I manage that one on my own. Like I bought a little bit of Disney stocks, I bought some Netflix. I've never even smoked a cigarette, so I just think my body is very clean. However, I've also invested in some corporate cannabis mutual funds because I see some possibility there for future gains, right? Like I'm having fun with that account. Like that's one that I manage. So again, I've got a professional managing most of it, and that's in that account with Thrivent, a Thrivent bank account and a Thrivent funds account, and my Thrivent insurance. And then I have Stash, which is a company that does all digital. There's no banks that you can go to. So I've got that for all of my fund, mutual fund investments, my fund stock investments, plus my IRA, my second IRA is with Stash. Plus I have a business checking and a business savings with Stash. So I've got 4 accounts there. And then by Bank of America, I have my savings account and a checking account, and then a credit card line of credit with them. So I've got 3 different banks, 3 different things, and multiple accounts at multiple banks. That works for me. If that doesn't work for you, don't do that. Right, go to Bank of the West and say, hi, I need personal checking, personal savings checking, personal savings, personal checking, business savings, business checking, and then a tax account, separate account, right? On its own, that is not money to be touched. Yes?
What I used to do previously is when I started, I
Please.
send in my taxes at every close.
So you can totally do that. If that works for you, do that. We have an agent, Mike Mendenhall, at this office. He sometimes has 3 closings a day, right? I think he had 9 last month. He doesn't want to file 9 times in a month. Yeah. Again, do what works for you. These are simply good guidelines. Are we gonna make you leave our office if you don't have 7 bank accounts by the end of the week? No, of course not. You're your own business owner. We're just giving you some guidelines and best practices. If you find something that works better, let me know. It could be something we're like, that's genius. Nobody's ever thought of that before. We need to make sure that everybody hears that news. Yeah. So thank you. That's.
My tax person said you should have, for example, for business, how many miles you go, how many miles you go for personal, those things. How you want to separate?
I use Hurdler.
So you use Hurdler. A lot of people use Hurdler. A lot of people use MileIQ. I know a couple people who still use the old-fashioned log books that write down how many miles they drive. What most of us talk about is that in order to deduct expenses for your vehicle, you need to know how many miles you drove total and what percentage of those miles were business. You don't get to deduct 100% unless you've incorporated, and now it's a corporate vehicle, right? So that's a specialist. Your tax person tells you to do that. Right, so you need to know how many miles were for business so that you can deduct either your actual expenses or you can do the standard mileage credit. I drive a Prius. The standard mileage credit gets me like twice these savings. I do standard. Like, it is super cheap to drive a Prius. I almost feel like it's free at this point because of the tax savings. But no, I like my first year, I did everything and said, okay, this this is what I would get if I actual deduction, and this is what I get for the standard, and the standard was literally twice the savings. You find what works best for you.
We used to have business vehicles, I used to do the oil change from January and December.
Because then it checks your mileage. That's super smart. I love
And
that.
that's just the thing I would do because it was all free.
That's genius.
Good.
Yeah. Right, these, again, Prius, my Prius knows my mileage every day. Right, it's one of those, it's cool. Like, if Toyota sends me an email like, hey, it says you've driven your car this many miles, and it's rated for service, and I'm like, cool. It's,
Love it.
it's right, I, doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, so it's, yeah, so it's right, but not everybody has a car that does that, right? So again, you do what works for you, and absolutely, if your accountant, tax professional, or attorney suggests that you do something, and I say something different, do what they are telling you. They're the professional, and they know your business and the law better than I could ever know your business or the law, because that's their job, right? Great, everybody? So that's it. So thank you so much for coming to Market Center Orientation. The last thing I have then, it would be office keys.